Hi guys and welcome back to Mods Sicario Gaming, and we're here with a Despia combo tutorial video. So this isn't kind of like any sort of Despia combo tutorial video. It's revolving completely around the new spell card that's coming out in the Albaz Strike structure deck, and it's the branded fusion spell card. So I've got 4 different combos for you today, so I'm going to take you through each one of them, just show you kind of what the deck can do. Obviously this is just all my type of personal preference and what I'm probably going to be doing with the spell card. There will be other sort of combos you can do depending on the card, but these are just the combos I'm showing you today that I will be personally using. So we'll not wait any longer, let's get into combo number 1. So combo 1 we've got here is starting only with the branded fusion spell card. Now of course you're going to end with 4 other cards in your hand if you're starting this duel. It's your first turn, but this is just kind of, you know, a little example. You could have 4 other cards, but this is potentially what you could do just with this card. So we're going to start off just by activating the branded fusion. So after activating the branded fusion, we're going to send the substitute card. I am using the Hex Light Seal Fusion because that's just what I have. So we will send this to the grave. Apologies for using Dueling Book, by the way. It's just nothing else has these cards. I know it's pretty slow, just bear with me. And the Fallen of Albaz, which will allow us to summon the Albion. So we'll summon Albion, attack mode, sure, why not? So now Albion's effects only activate. So when it's activated, it kind of does like a Miracle Fusion type of thing where you can summon a level 8 or lower fusion monster. So what I'm going to do is banish the substitute and the Fall of Albaz, which will allow me to summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in attack mode. So the reason we're allowed to do this is because the Hex Seal Fusion counts as a substitute for a monster, but the other material has to be correct. So Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is 1 Dark Magician, which will be the substitute, and then 1 Red Eyes or 1 Dragon effect monster, which is Fallen of Albaz. So just with this one card, we've got 2 monsters out. So bear in mind, you could maybe have like an Oliver, or you could have some other sort of combo you can combo off with, and then you can activate the spell card and do this. You just have to be careful. I've seen a few times some people overextend. What I mean by this is Dragoon, you need to have a card in your hand to discard to use its effect. So please bear that in mind if you're going to use this combo. You don't really want to be ending on a Dragoon with no cards in hand. Yes, it's still good, but you need that interruption. We're going to get into combo 2. It's actually quite similar, but I'll just get into it now and show you. So, second combo, still just got Branded Fusion here. It's our only card. This is going to end slightly differently, but it's kind of the same type of thing. So we're going to activate Branded Fusion, which will allow us to send the Fallen of Albaz, there it is, to the grave. And I'm pretty sure you've probably seen it already. The Kad Shadal Chaos, whatever. So send that to grave. And then we will summon the Albion. So Albion is 1 Fallen of Albaz and a light monster. And what's good about Chaos is it's a light Shadal monster, which is rare. So this is what lets us do this. We're going to activate Albion's effect. We're going to banish the Fallen of Albaz and the Chaos, which will allow us to summon Winda. So the reason I'm kind of preferring running the brick just to be able to do this. Like I said before, you don't really want to have Dragoon with no cards in hand. This is my, okay, I have no cards in my hand, I will go into Winda instead. Winda is arguably stronger this format, I would say. Dragoon is good. I'm not going to say Dragoon's a bad card. I just prefer Winda in this format. It's very hard to do it. Yes, they have things like Droplets and Chalice that can kind of just turn the Winda off, but if you can't turn the Winda off, it's very difficult. Plus, like I said, you could maybe have a few extra cards here to kind of stop the Winda from being interrupted. Use your combo first, Brand the Fusion at the end, get you your combo. So that's it for the second combo. Let's get into the third combo, which is slightly different from this one. So for combo number 3, we've got the Brand of Fusion and any card that you want to discard. Right now I've got Artifact Lancia because I may probably be running it in my main deck, but it's a brick regardless of this current situation. So let's pretend it's our brick and it's our discard. So we're going to activate Brand of Fusion, like we just keep doing. And it's slightly different this time. So we've got Albaz, which we will send to grave. And we have Tragedy, which we will send to grave. And now instead of summoning the Albion, we're going to summon the Lubellion. So we'll summon that in attack mode. So now this is when we're going to do a little bit of chain blocking. So we're going to go Chain Link 1 Tragedy, Chain Link 2 Lubellion. So Lubellion's going to, well, other way around. Well, it depends. Just for talk's sake, we're going to resolve the Tragedy first and then Lubellion second. So discard a card. Other way around, sorry. We're going to resolve the Tragedy first. So Tragedy is going to search us an Oliver. So we will go ahead and grab that. Lubellion. I had to discard off Lubellion, so we'll discard the brick. To the grave, to the grave, to the grave, to the grave. There we go. Now we are going to put this back to the extra deck. Put the Albaz back to the... Where are you? Back to the deck. And then we're going to summon Mirrorjade. So Mirrorjade's pretty good. It's very, very good boss monster for this deck. So during either player's turn, you can basically send a Fallen of Albaz monster from your extra deck, or one that lists it as a material, to the grave, and then banish one monster in the field. You can only use it once. You can't use it the turn after. But the best thing about this card is when it uses the fact you send, say you send the Albion. Albion's effect will activate in the end phase to grab your Branded Spell or Trap. So what we'll do is normal summon Oliver, effective Oliver, to grab the Branded in red. So grab that to the hand. Then we're going to set the Branded in red when it lets me. So basically, well, you'll set the Branded in red. During your opponent's turn, at some point, you're going to activate Mirrorjade's effect, and you're going to send the Albion. So Albion reads, if this card is sent during the end phase, this card was sent to the graveyard because it was sent over this turn. You can add to your hand or set one Branded Spell or Trap directly from your deck. So this is just a great card because you can end up you could set the Branded Fusion spell card, Branded red if you really need it again, Branded opening if you need another monster on board, or maybe you need to grab another Oliver. So very, very good. It's an interruption and a search at the end phase. And then Branded in red is good because it will allow you to interrupt your opponent's turn. So you brand it in red, use the fact to grab the Tragedy back, and then fuse the Tragedy and the Oliver into... you can go into Aquarius to make your opponent's monsters attack 0. You could go into the Masquerade, so they pay 600 life points every time they activate a card. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then the Tragedy will allow you to search again, so you can search an Oliver again if you really need to for your next turn. So basically you're getting 2 interruptions for very little cost, and then after the interruptions you can end up grabbing another spell or trap from your deck and a monster from your deck. So it's very, very strong, very, very good combo. We're going to leave this combo now and get into combo number 4, the final combo. So we've got the 4th combo here, and it involves Branded Fusion, Fright for a Patchwork, and a brick. So basically it just doesn't need to be a brick, it could be a discard, so it's anything like that. So sure, you could have predicted we're going to start by activating Branded Fusion. We're going to send the substitute. Where are you, my friend? There you are. Send that to the grave along with a Fawn of Albaz to summon a Albion in attack mode. Albion's effect's going to activate, so we're going to banish the Fawn of Albaz, the Light Seal Fusion thingy, and we will go into the Lubellion. So, Lubellion's effect's only activate now, so we're going to discard a card. So, discard. Now we're going to shuffle it back into the extra deck with the Fallen of Albaz back into the deck. Summon the Mirrorjade. So again, with the Mirrorjade, we've got the effect to interrupt one of your opponent's monsters to banish it, and then you can probably get a search in the end phase with maybe a Albion, or just whatever you decide to send. You can maybe run an Intess, so you could send that as well. It's an option. So now we're going to activate Patchwork. So Patchwork, if anybody doesn't know, lets you add an edge imp and a polymerization from deck to hand. I really like this engine right now because it's very good with the Guardian Chimera. Very good card for that, especially if you're going second. Guardian Chimera is just such a great card to have. So now we're going to activate polymerization. So we're going to fuse the Egypt Chain, and the Albion. So, I'm blind, I'm blind, I'm blind, I'm blind. To the grave. Hate the rulebook. Apologies for having to watch through all this bullshit. So, into Dracos Stapelia. Dracos Stapelia is basically going to get quick effect and target a face-up monster your opponent controls, place a counter on it, and you basically just negate the effects of anything with Predator Plant counters on it. So, you ask what this board is. So, end phase, we're getting the spell search of Albion. So, we grab a branded red, branded fusion, branded opening, whatever you want. Same thing with Mirrorjade again. So, interruptions during your opponent's turn. We could send another Albion to grab another spell. We could send a Titanclad to grab a Fallen of Albaz or Dogmatica if you're running any Dogmaticas. I would personally send... Depends. You could send the Albion, but then you're running out of Albions in your deck. But Lubellion basically does the same thing, I guess. So that's pretty good. You've got it. So you've got a monster negate, a monster banish, a spell search in the end phase, and then another search on the end phase if you use Mirrorjade's effect. Plus, Mirrorjade also has the effect where if it's sent to the grave because of your opponent, it just says from your opponent. I don't know if it's card effect or battle. I would assume it's both. You can activate its effect and destroy all your opponent's monsters during the end phase, which can kind of come up. So, hope everybody enjoyed. It was just kind of a quick video. I wanted to run everybody through, just for anybody that doesn't really know what the Despia deck does. Obviously, I'm not really showing you the ins and outs of what Despia does, but it's more just the fusion spell. But the deck's going to really revolve around the fusion spell. So these are just things you can do with the fusion spell. I would recommend highly that if you're going to do a combo, do your combo first and then do one of these combos. It's just, it can kind of counteract with the other cards. You might, like to say you want to summon the Winda with the Branded Fusion spell. You're not wanting to summon Winda and then have 4 cards in your hand, then say, what will I do now? Play your cards first. I would suggest doing the Branded Fusion spell second, unless it is your only thing to do, or maybe you're looking to bait out and negate in some way. So, that's it, guys. Obviously, there's more combos. If you have any other combos you think are a wee bit better than this, let me know in the comment section, or even send me links to some videos where there's really good combos in that. People know what they're talking about. I don't really know too much what I'm talking about. This is just from my testing. So, yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button, comment down your opinions, what you liked, what you don't like, any sort of opinions on what you would like to see in the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying it, and I hope you look out for more content in the future. So, Mono Sicario Gaming, signing off now. I'll see everybody for the next video. Goodbye.